All right, guys, in today's episode, we talk about 5-star reviews. Why do you need them? What do I mean by 5-star reviews? How to actually collect them and get more and more and automate that process. And also a little more about how to get started on this important step to get fully booked. Like always, you have the course playlist in the description of this video, plus the additional resources I am referring to, and also find the way to connect with me if you have more questions. And you can also use the comment section on YouTube to ask anything you think I can help you answering. Now, first part, let's define what do I mean by 5-star reviews. So 5-star reviews, it's the gold mine of any physical small business. Let me share you why. Because most of the time, you guys are doing an amazing job at what you are doing. You are a professional, you are an expert, you are super knowledgeable, and probably you serve dozens, if not thousands of customers on a daily basis or on a monthly basis. And everybody is super happy about what you are doing. They recommend you to their friends come to you, and that's how you actually make business. Word of mouth, referrals, it works very well. And the problem that you might be facing after that is you are feeling like you have a slowdown of activity, maybe less customers today, and you might be wondering, is it because I'm doing a bad service, or is it because my customers don't recommend me enough anymore, or is it because people are not interested in this service anymore? And the answer might be the exact opposite. They keep recommending you, people keep thinking or coming to your shop, but when they try to see your online presence, you have zero, and the competition actually shows up. So they might think, okay, I might want to visit this shop, or I might want to go to use your service, but instead they go to the competition because you have no 5-star reviews and credibility online. So the first thing to understand is that 5-star reviews are going to be your online credibility. You are going to be a trustworthy business if you have 5-star reviews. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, the more you have, the more visible you will be on all these platforms where you have reviews. And trust me, at the moment, you don't need to have thousands of reviews. A couple hundreds should be enough for any cities in the world to start standing out and be visible. So aim at having 100 5-star reviews within the next 6 months, and you will see a big difference in terms of reach and traffic in your social medias and websites. Now, what is a 5-star review for real? A 5-star review is not just simply your grandmother or your children going on Google Maps and putting a 5-star review. What I mean by a 5-star review is a constructive, real, authentic feedback from a satisfied customer. I'm going to share with you in this video how to ask for them and what do I mean by constructive reviews. Now, where should you get these reviews? It's based on your activity. I'm going to take the example of my hostel. I was focusing on Google Maps because Google Maps is Google and it's the master. So if you want to be visible when people search for you on Google, then you need the Google Maps review to help you show to Google that your website and your business is a super active and a favorite business of everyone, and they should put you first. And I don't know, of course, how the algorithm work. Nobody can, but imagine that if you have 5-star reviews on Google Maps and this is connected to your business and your website, then you increase the chances from Google to identify your business as someone that makes people happy, and whenever they search or type for your services or problems, you answer them, then you might rank up faster. Second, Google Maps reviews by your real customers actually create a lot of content, and this content is visible directly on Google as well. So Google might use this content to read about your business and understand what your business is doing and how they are making people's life better. And they actually might be doing a better job than you trying to create content for your website. So I really recommend Google Maps if you have a physical location. This is the goal. You might also consider Maps, which is the Apple Google Maps. You might consider any platform that puts your business on a map for real. And you might ask your customers to review in all of these platforms. If you have a travel or a hospitality business or a restaurant, you want to consider TripAdvisor. I was having reviews on TripAdvisor. It was working well, and TripAdvisor usually helps your business to rank. But it's the same problem like for Booking.com or Agoda, Expedia. Usually they link to their website, and on their website you have all the competition. So that means if you focus too much on Booking.com, Hostelworlds, and all of these businesses to get reviews, that might not really help you to be fully booked, because your visitor entered their website thanks to you, but then after they book something else that is looking better for them or whatever, and usually they take a fee whenever they get you a booking, and that might actually affect your margin in the end. So we're not going to cover in this course how to extract yourselves from these platforms and how to actually get more direct bookings and save up a lot of money, which is one thing I've done in the past, because today's course is about getting fully booked, so that's the main focus. But understand this difference between places like Google Maps, which are free, and Booking.com or TripAdvisor, which are asking for a fee when they get you a booking. Another option to get the reviews is your own social medias. Facebook has reviews. Now, the problem of these is usually you have to have an account to see the reviews or to actually be able to see your page content. So I would not recommend social media for collecting reviews. Actually, another recommendation would be Trustpilots or similar platforms, where it's platforms designed to collect reviews and be able to publish them publicly. But honestly, the best for me was Google Maps, and I really recommend it. Okay, so let's dive in the real topic, how to actually collect them and ask your customers for 5-star reviews. The most important here is to understand that if your customer has a satisfying experience for you, it's crucial to collect this feedback and try to convince the customer to post it online. And I understand that many customers might say no, and that's okay. You should just be okay with that, because not everyone wants to review you, not everyone wants to show up online and explain whatever they have done. That's okay. So the first thing to understand is that you will get a lot of rejection, and that's fine. If you can have 5%, even 1% of your customers who give you a review, that's good. Now, at the end of the service, make sure that you ask them for feedback, ask about their experience, make sure it was a good one, and tell them this. Listen, you might consider reviewing us online at the end of your service or at some point after connecting with us. The main advice I would give you is to first, if you give a review, make sure it's a 5-star review, because this helps us in terms of reputation, and the competition is so high that if you give us a 4-star review thinking that you will encourage us, it will not be enough, because 4-star is not helping us to rank high. The second thing you want to tell them is you want to give us a 5-star review and put your feedback inside the review. So that means if your experience was great but could be improved, then please put a 5-star review, but then inside the comments, split it in 2 parts. The first part is what was great, and the second part is what can be improved. And if you do this, then it will help other travelers to understand how our service is and how it can be improved. And the last thing is that our team will actually be able to respond how we are going to improve and address these suggestions. And that way you really help us to grow. That way you really participate in the efforts that we are making. And it's showcasing the spirit of this small business that is what it is today and what it will be in the next 10 years. If you use this framework, usually people react very positively to it. They understand that you want to grow and you want to do better, and they will encourage you. If they encourage you, they understand also that they need to review you 5-star and put the to improve comments and suggestions inside the review. And the last thing is they start to become part of the efforts. So that's what every human being wants to be part of. We want to be part of a tribe. We want to be part of a community. And that way, you not only ask them for feedback and take the 5-star review home. No, you actually make them involved in the process of reviewing your business. I've made a video on guest reviews, and I have a few other videos that I can share with you in the description on how to make people happy and link to customer satisfaction. So it will be part of this mini course as well. But this is the framework that I was using, and this was helping me to gather, I think, about 1,000 online reviews on all the different platforms together. This video is going to be about sharing a bit of additional advice and eventually some homeworks that you can do after this video. So the first thing is, before choosing a platform, you might want to check if they have things like guest satisfaction awards. And if they have a review system like Google Maps or Booking.com or all of that, chances are there is a filter for this. So you might want to consider platforms if they have this filter, because that means some users might simply focus on the best rated places, or might only focus on the ones who got the guest satisfaction award. So if these platforms have it, then go for it and aim at getting those badges and those awards, because they will help you in the future. And I used to collect them, and I used to then after use that for my own credibility online. And what I can say about reviews as well is that it's free content for you. So use the reviews to showcase how great your experience is. You can simply take a screenshot of it and post it back on the website, post it back on your social media, create an album, photo album, best reviews. You can also print it and put it in the shop. This will really help to show people that feedbacks that people give are constructive, they matters to you, you answer, and this is not just about the 5-star review itself. I want to make a bonus advice as well about bad reviews. At some point, you don't necessarily want to avoid bad reviews, but you want to make sure that whenever someone gives you a bad review, you answer it in a very detailed and thorough. You don't want to trash that person who made the bad review. You want to make sure that the feedback is actually super constructive, and you are showing that you did your best, that you could not anticipate such occurrence, and that maybe is just an isolated case. So they still decide to give it a go and try your services. That's very important, and that's the kind of reaction you want. Or any kind of positive reaction at the end saying, hey, the owner is actually answering very well, I like their sense of construct and humor, and so I still want to go. Because bad reviews and good reviews in the end will help people to make a decision, and it will help them to see if they are aligned with your customer satisfaction and your services. If you want now, what you can do is to start to list down the 5 customers that you think are the most relevant to your targeted audience. Email them with exactly the framework that I've given you in this video, and try to see if they do the review. And if they don't do it, try again with 5 more customers, and then 5 more and 5 more and 5 more, until you refine your message, until you make it a habit to ask for reviews and get comfortable with it. And then you can eventually start to delegate these to your front desk team, which will learn as well to get rejected a lot. And they will also learn whenever someone gives a review to be super satisfied about it, and setting up a team spirit around guest satisfaction for your own operation, for your small business. This is super important in the customer relationship process, to be involved and responsible with the satisfaction of everyone. So see you for the next episode, which will be about gathering 1,000 raving fans, and I will explain you what I mean by this and how it's useful for you to get fully booked in 6 months. Bye, and see you in the next episode.